In just a few minutes, we'll set up and play your first live stream with Wowza Streaming Engine, which you can run in the cloud, on-prem, and in secured environments. We'll also show you how to embed the Wowza Flowplayer video player to create custom user experiences and in a sample React web application. So the first thing that you need to do is sign up and get your trial license key. So sign up for a free trial of Wowza Streaming Engine by visiting wowza.com/free trial. And once you've completed the registration process, you'll get your trial license key. Now you'll also need to sign into the Wowza portal to get your Flowplayer video player trial token, and you'll need this later to embed it in a custom web page. So let's go ahead and sign in with the account that you created and go to products, and you'll see that your Wowza Streaming Engine free trial license is here and available here. But we're going to go ahead and create a new Flowplayer trial token for the front end part of this app and store it in a secure place. So I already have a Wowza Video free trial, but in this area here, if you don't, you'll see a button to say start a free trial, and go ahead and do that. And once you do, let's launch Wowza Video. Now under players, let's go to tokens and let's create a new token. So I'll just call this demo app, and we'll create our token and go ahead and copy this and store it in a safe place. We'll use it in just a few moments. So the next thing you want to do is clone our dev guide's GitHub repo locally. It has Docker files for easily deploying Wowza Streaming Engine, as well as sample front-end code for Flowplayer. Now, let's go ahead and deploy Wowza Streaming Engine using Docker. If you don't already have Docker, download it and install it on your machine. And if we look at our dev guides subfolder, go to 1_first livestream, and you'll see a Docker compose file for starting up the service. And we have some environment variables for the license key, as well as the user name and password for the local admin user within your streaming instance. Now you notice that we have this placeholder for our license key. What you want to do is open up the .env.example and go ahead and make a copy of that into just your .env file. So we'll do that here in the terminal. And then once you've done that, open up your .env file and then just paste in the Streaming Engine trial license key to get this working. Now back in the terminal, let's go ahead and start the Docker images by typing docker compose up. So the next step is to start a live stream, and the easiest way to do that is probably with OBS Studio, which is free and open source. So go ahead and download it, and we'll use this to create the live stream from our local computer using our webcam and microphone. So go ahead and open OBS Studio, add a new video capture device, and you should see your webcams among the different devices. And you can also use your local microphone as well. Now, next thing you want to do is go to Settings and then go to Stream. And for the service, select Custom. And then for the server, you're going to type in RTMP localhost/live. And for your stream key, let's just go ahead and type in my stream. So lowercase m and then capital S in stream. And then let's start streaming. So let's verify the settings in Wowza Streaming Engine. And let's take a quick look inside Streaming Engine Manager to make sure our feed from OBS is streaming locally. So we're going to log in using the admin credentials that we set in the Docker compose file. Once you've signed in, click on the applications, then click on Live Applications Live, and let's look at our incoming streams. And we see that the My Stream that we started from OBS Studio is now active, and Wowza Streaming Engine is receiving the stream data. So now we're ready to embed the live stream in our web app with Wowza Flowplayer. So we look back at the GitHub repo, there's a subfolder called front end, and that's a React application. So we need to make sure that Node.js is up and running. So make sure that's installed on your machine. Now in a terminal window, let's go to the front end folder and install the necessary packages by typing npm install. And if we open up our package.json file, you'll see that we've installed two Flowplayer components to render this in React in a web application. So before we start this web app, we're going to create another environment file, just like we did for getting the Docker service started up. But we're going to create an environment file for that Flowplayer token that we got a few steps ago. So if we look at our front end, and we have another .env.example file, and we're going to copy that into a local .env file. Once we copy that over, we're just going to replace this and paste in the Flowplayer token. So let's start the web app by running npm run dev. And we see that it's running on port 8080 on localhost. So let's open up that browser page. And we see that our stream is up and running, and it is streaming data coming from OBS Studio, and Wowza Streaming Engine is sending that information here to Flowplayer. Now, if you want to dig into the code, probably the most important page to look at is the livestream.tsx file, where we're embedding the Flowplayer component, and there are two input parameters to the component that are super important. The first one is the video URL. So where's the stream URL coming from on Streaming Engine, as well as that Flowplayer token that we created on the Wowza video page. Now, these two variables are being supplied within the config.ts file. And you can see here, Flowplayer token is coming in from that environment file. And here we have set the live stream URL coming from our local Docker instance of Wowza Streaming Engine, and that my stream coming from OBS Studio. We're up and running. So in our subsequent guides, we'll be also looking into some pretty new and exciting AI features like live subtitling and live language translation, as well as object detection. All right, so thanks for following along.